The NFL has given us so many great QBs and legends. Brady, Montana, Mahomes, Manning, so many more. My question is, what is the greatest QB era we've ever seen? What era had the best group of quarterbacks at one time? There's no debate. The one era that stands out, that's the 2010s. The game of football has evolved over the decades, producing legendary quarterbacks who have shaped the sport. My topic today is, what is the best QB era? Is it the 80s with Montana, Marino, and Elway? Or is it the 90s with Favre, Marino, Steve Young, and Elway? 2000s with Brady, Manning, Favre, Warner, Brees? Or is it the 2020s with Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, and Burrow? All those eras are great, but the one era that stands above the rest is the 2010s, a decade filled with record-breaking performances, unforgettable moments, and the most stacked lineup of elite quarterbacks in NFL history. Starting off with Tom Brady. Tom Brady cemented his legacy in this decade, winning 3 Super Bowls, including the most improbable comeback in NFL history. Super Bowl 51, down 28-3, Brady led the Patriots to victory, proving once again why he's the greatest of all time. 43,000 yards, 316 touchdowns, 5 Super Bowl appearances. Brady won his division every year of this decade. The GOAT, Tom Brady. Next we have Peyton Manning, the Sheriff, redefined quarterback play, orchestrating the most prolific offensive season in NFL history in 2013. His 55 touchdown campaign shattered records and solidified his place among the greats. Super Bowl winner against the Panthers with the Broncos, Peyton averaged 4,800 yards and 41 touchdowns in this decade. First ballot Hall of Famer, defensive coordinator's biggest nightmare, Peyton Manning. Drew Brees, the model of consistency, spent the decade rewriting the record books. By the end of the 2010s, he nearly held every major passing record, proving his worth of the position. My favorite player of all time. The fact that after a shoulder injury, many wrote him off, and he had majority of all the records till 45-year-old Tom Brady broke them, is unbelievable. The greatest undersized quarterback we've ever seen. 3 straight 5,000-yard seasons, 46,000 yards and 345 touchdowns in this decade. The most accurate quarterback the NFL has ever seen, Drew Brees. Then there's Aaron Rodgers, arguably the most talented passer we've ever seen. His ability to make impossible throws, escape pressure, and pull off Hail Marys made him a defining figure in this decade. 7th in passing yards, 2-time MVP, and 2nd most wins by a starting quarterback in this decade, and the best passer rating of all time with 102.
Aaron Rodgers is a bad man. Bad man.
Next, we got Big Ben. Ben Roethlisberger, a true warrior on the field, consistently led the Pittsburgh Steelers to success with his ability to extend plays, deliver in clutch moments, and win big games. He was one of the defining quarterbacks of the decade. 8th in passing yards, 8th in touchdowns, 4-time division winner of one of the hardest divisions in the NFL, the AFC North. A future Hall of Famer, Big Ben. There's other great QBs in this era, with Patrick Mahomes, just as the decade was closing, a new face of the league emerged. Patrick Mahomes burst onto the scene with a 50-touchdown season in his first year starting, setting the stage for the future of quarterback play. 76 touchdowns and 9,000 yards in his first 2 seasons in this decade. Super Bowl winner in his 3rd year. The man who has the best chance to chase Brady, Patrick Mahomes. Russell Wilson led the Seahawks to 2 Super Bowls and emerged as one of the best dual threats the game has ever seen. 11th in passing yards, 9th in passing touchdowns, and 4th in rushing touchdowns for quarterbacks in this decade. Next, we got Matthew Stafford, one of the best arms we've ever seen. Great deep ball and the no-look pass ability. And he's one of the toughest quarterbacks we've ever seen. And he had the clutch gene, 4th all-time in 4th quarter comebacks, Matthew Stafford. Phillip Rivers, the sidearm assassin, 3rd most passing yards in this era. Phillip only had 1 year where he didn't throw for 4,000 yards in this era. He was a gamer too. Then we got Matt Ryan. They called him Matty Ice for a reason. 4th most comebacks in the 2010s. Falcons all-time passing leader and the NFL MVP for 2016, Matt Ryan. Cam Newton, one of the greatest and most dominating MVP seasons we've ever seen. 35 passing touchdowns and 10 rushing touchdowns. And he led the Panthers to a 15-1 season to the Super Bowl. Cam Newton was a beast. Andrew Luck, one of the biggest what-ifs in NFL history. He was on historic pace. He was one of the highest QB prospects of all time. He retired in his prime. His last 2 seasons was over 4,000 yards passing and 30 touchdowns. I still wonder today, what if Andrew Luck played longer? How great would he have been? The NFL has been blessed with a lot of great QBs of every decade, but the numbers speak for themselves. More touchdowns, higher passer ratings, and greater overall efficiency. 2010s didn't just showcase great quarterbacks, they changed how the game is played. Thank you guys for watching. Comment down what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you think the 80s or the 90s, 2000s, what decade do you think had the best quarterback play in? Love to hear from you guys. Please, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. And if you're new here or you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I'll see you next time. Peace.